Hello, third graders. Welcome to Third Grade Book Battle. Book Battle is a fun competition where you work as a team to read a book list and then compete against other teams to answer questions about the books. You will form a team with a total of 4 people who all have the same lunch recess as you. They can be people from your class or people from other classes who share your lunch recess. Each team will have one captain. The captain's job is to give the final answer during the competition and to make sure everyone is reading their books. You can read books from the Book Battle list anywhere and anytime. You will have from the day you turn in your sign-up sheet until February 3rd to read your books. Competitions start February 4th and continue through the months of March and February. Competitions will mainly take place during lunch recess when possible and otherwise will be scheduled at the beginning of the school day. Each competition takes 10 to 20 minutes. Now let's find out what books are on our 2018 to 2019 third grade book battle list. You can follow along with the book list on the second page of your handout. This page of your handout has the genre, Lexile, number of pages, reading level, title, and author of the book. You can follow along here as we go through the summaries of each book. First, Who Was Jackie Robinson by Gail Herman. As a kid, Jackie Robinson loved sports, and why not? He was a natural at football, basketball, and of course baseball. But beyond athletic skill, it was his strength of character that secured his place in sports history. In 1947, Jackie joined the Brooklyn Dodgers, breaking the longtime color barrier in Major League Baseball. It was tough being first. Not only did fans send hate mail, but some of his own teammates refused to accept him. Here is an inspiring sports biography with black and white illustrations throughout. This biography is a fun informational read. I Survived the Japanese Tsunami 2011 by Lauren Tarshish. Visiting his dad's hometown in Japan, 4 months after his father's death would be hard enough for Ben, but one morning the pain turns to fear. First, a massive earthquake rocks the quiet coastal village, nearly toppling his uncle's house. Then the ocean waters rise and Ben and his family are swept away and pulled apart by a terrible tsunami. Now Ben is alone, stranded in a strange country a million miles from home. Can he fight hard enough to survive one of the most epic disasters of all time? This is a historical fiction with plenty of adventure and heroics. Time Warp Trio, Knights of the Kitchen Table by John Sieska. Joe's been caught up in a book before, but this is ridiculous. Joe's book, A Gift from His Magical Uncle, doesn't just tell stories. It zaps Joe and his friends Sam and Fred right into the middle of them. And when these thoroughly modern kids meet King Arthur and become Knights of the Round Table, the result can only be thoroughly amusing mayhem. This science fiction story is a funny story with time travel and excitement. Stone Fox by John Reynolds Gardner. John Reynolds Gardner's classic action-packed adventure story about a thrilling dog sled race has captivated readers for more than 30 years. Based on a Rocky Mountain legend, Stone Fox tells the story of little Willie, who lives with his grandfather in Wyoming. When grandfather falls ill, he is no longer able to work the farm, which is in danger of foreclosure. Little Willie is determined to win the national dog sled race. The prize money would save the farm and his grandfather. But he isn't the only one who desperately wants to win. Willie and his brave dog Searchlight must face off against experienced racers, including a Native American man named Stone Fox, who has never lost a race. This historical fiction is timeless and inspirational. Boxcar Children Surprise Island by Gertrude Chandler Warner. Adventure abounds as the Alden children spend a summer living on their grandfather's island. They display a wealth of confidence in their ability to face life's everyday challenges, armed only with their clever inventiveness and the support of each other. Few subjects are sure to captivate your imagination as the idea of living on your own. A hint of suspense is woven through this mystery fiction story until the mysterious true identity of Joe the Handyman is finally revealed. Penny and Her Marble by Kevin Hinckus. Penny feels guilty after taking a beautiful blue marble that she sees in Mrs. Goodwin's grass, but gets a pleasant surprise when she goes to return it the next day. Find out what happens to Penny in this exciting fantasy story. Pedro's Big Goal by Fran Manushkin. Pedro dreams of playing goalie for the next big soccer match, but he worries he's too slow and too small. Will Pedro meet his big goal? A great story for fans of soccer, sports, and realistic fiction. The Magic Treehouse: Dinosaurs Before Dark by Mary Pope Osborne. Where did the treehouse come from? Before Jack and Annie can find out, the mysterious treehouse whisks them to the prehistoric past. Now they have to figure out how to get home. Can they do it before dark, or will they become a dinosaur's dinner? This is Jack and Annie's very first fantasy fiction adventure. Those are our 8 book battle lists. With 8 books on the list, 4 teammates, that comes out to only 2 books per person. You of course are welcome to read more of the books on the list. If you want to participate in book battle, the first thing you need to do is create a group with 4 friends who have the same lunch period as you. Then you need to choose a team captain. This person will need to have all 8 titles and authors memorized as they give the final answer during competition. They will also be responsible for checking in with other teammates to make sure they are reading. Then you will need to make up a team name. If another team's already chosen that name, you'll need to pick a new team name. Once you have your team put together with the captain and the team name, you will need to bring your whole team to turn in your sign-up sheet to Mrs. Johnson or Mrs. Winter in the library. You will need to have your team picture taken when you bring in your sign-up sheets with all members present. This needs to be done by Friday, December 21st. Once your sign-up sheet is turned in by Friday, December 21st or sooner, you will be able to start checking out books on the book battle list from the Westside Library. You of course can start reading books even sooner if you have them at your house or if you check them from the public library or your teacher's personal library. Make sure you work together and communicate with your team to make sure each book is read by at least one person and that everyone knows facts from all the books. You'll be competing against other teams during your lunch recess to determine the book battle champion. The final 2 teams will compete in an assembly with all 3rd grade present to watch the exciting final battle. The winners will receive some gift cards to do online shopping in the library from the Scholastic Dollar Catalog. The final 8 teams will also get 4 additional books to add for their quarterfinal, semifinal, and final rounds. The finals will be the first week of April. We hope to see you there, and we hope that you'll sign up for the book battle competition.